Thus, parents need to have a clear understanding, when you see their face, their response, how comfortable they are. If not, I'll be very careful. There's nothing wrong with every day or every other day or week. The most important thing is don't irritate them. Right? Then you disconnect. Any other suggestions on this? Yes? Yes. Some are introverts, some are extroverts. They don't want to talk around, hang around with parents or leave them alone. They want to have a private life. They may not have major issues also. Thus, we need to be very careful. Well, this is an important area, but my experience with Indian parents, they are all involved with kids. When it comes to discipline and whereabouts, sometimes they irritate quite a lot. Therefore, we need to be, I'm not saying all, but a good number of parents, especially moms, sometimes get over-involved. Did you eat something? At 10 o'clock in the night, they're sleeping. I know that parents have a lot of affection to it. Sometimes, if you go to a teenager when they sleep at 10 o'clock, if you eat food, they don't get it. And also the child sometimes, sleeping. Saturdays, for example, they sleep. Most of the kids on Saturday sleep till 10 or 11, no idea. Well, the rule of the house is 7 o'clock to wake up and pray. Well, that was the rule in my home back in India. There's no discussion, no debate. It worked very well. But those things, I'm not saying that if you can handle peacefully, go ahead. If not, you should be a little careful. The problem is you may have good intention, but at the end, you may be breaking a personality. That's my view. It's like glass with care. If you can handle it, your child is cooperating. Some children may cooperate. But you cannot take universally some of these rules and put, because this is what I learned in India, I'm going to do the same thing here. As you have to apply the common sense approach also, how to deal with these children. I know it's very tough. It is different from culture, groups, age, your faith, your vision for your children. A lot of factors can apply there. But I'm not going to be the specifics. You have the freedom. But as a counselor, I will be very careful that you won't make this child miserable. That's a bottom line. Whenever you see that kind of unrest in family, then you need to be careful. This is some of the surveys I conducted in the past years. First question, parent-child interaction. This is 3 options, yes, I'm sure, no. Negative aspects of American culture. Most children are concerned about the negative aspects of American culture. The school, the media, whatever. Unrealistic expectations about education. Most Indian parents do have all engineers and doctors. Can you believe a community only doctors and engineers? Don't look at it. We need doctors and engineers, but don't push. You have to look at the IQ, the aptitude, and motivation, a lot of factors. You create an environment for them to study, but don't push. I know a lot of people prepare for medical exam, finally they are nowhere. To be a doctor or engineer or to be a professional, they need to have certain aptitude. If you push them, they may not be able to, they may finish their education, but they can't find a job. So 2 parts to it. Third, parents are busy. Nurses, doctors at home, they don't have time to take care of their children. Christian faith is not taught at home. That is also, you hand over the whole responsibility to the pastor and the church. 30 minutes in the Sunday school, 45 minutes sermon, total less than 60 hours per year, and blame the church for anything goes to the children. It's not fair. Children are always with you. I think parents is the first and the primary influencing person or group for their children. Not church comes second. Just you cannot hand over the responsibility to church. Yeah, church can do certain things which we cannot do. Thus we need to be very careful to blame the church. Unrealistic expectations about children's faith. Sometimes the cultural taboo comes first. About hair, about dress, about, a lot of little things. Now it's not a major issue because now a lot of parents accept those things. In the past, big fights, especially with girls. A lot of things going on. But whatever is modest, you go with that. You need to be very careful. Now, how easy or difficult would it be to talk with your student potentially sensitive subjects such as friendship, dating, and drinking? Well, majority of them think it's somewhat difficult. It's not easy for the parents to talk about. This is Indian parents. They find it difficult. Only 28% say it's very easy. The distribution is kind of one-third kind of thing many times in any community. One group, it's all right, no trouble. And other group, it's all right, no big deal. They may not be talking much. And the people who are concerned is, they have seen already an issue, they can't stop. Because they already developed certain behaviors. If you talk, you get into trouble. Let me put another video clip. It's very interesting, real fun. Even though it looks like a fun, it is also a major issue happening in home. Very often this big conversation goes. Husband, wife, blaming each other, affecting marriage. Well, whenever the report cards get, there's a big fight in home. That's another sensitive area, how you want to handle this. Our goal is to help the children, not to bring another fight with wife or children. That may destroy. That motivation even to, you can say you need to do better and provide an environment. Many parents even spend time with children only when the report card comes. Not involved in homework, not involved in teachers' meeting, nothing about whereabouts. They want everything on the top. It's not going to happen. You need to be very much involved with children's life. Maybe sit with children and facilitate an environment. If parents watch TV, and it's like a jail, they cannot watch because they have more temptation than the parents to watch TV. I would say there's a common time for parents and children to watch. Thus they have little temptation, right? Does the individual careful how you handle? Again, now comes to the views on parenting and bringing the same things that we discussed. There are three ways of parenting. Some parents are very traditional parents. Well, I would say in the long run, it may not work. For example, it may work in India. Since you choose to live here with your children and they are born and brought up here, it may work well with you, but not with your children. Many children said, then go back to India. Why you are here? Just for dollar? This is not a place for you. They may not tell you when they are small, but when they grow up, they are going to tell you to face. What are you going to say? You want the same job environment or other places, but when you deal with me, you want to be an Indian. That's not going to work. Not secular view, which means completely Americanized. Well, we have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. It's not about a cultural fight, how we can agree. In both cultures, there are some good things. Pick those good things from both cultures and then look through the biblical lens where both parents and children must agree without question. These children will agree. They don't care about tradition or other culture, but the only place both parents and children will agree is like a ground rule. We have to make in home, in church, what the Bible says. It is hope. But we need to be very careful of language. You follow me? I know that the culture plays a big role in our life. But sometimes we have to think differently. It's not about my culture. And they know about our culture very well sometimes. They go and where this is all coming from. But good culture, in America, in India, you take it. But be very careful, our stubborn nature may not work with our children. Now, about parenting styles. There are 4 types of parents. Number 1, authoritarian parenting. Have you heard about this? Which means, like Hitler, only command, come here, they cannot, it's like, military war. High demand, no expression, no love. Children tend to be shy, especially girls in such families. Even boys become hostile when they grow up. This authoritarian parenting is not going to work. It may work you for a certain period of time. In the long run, you will make their life miserable. The next one is authoritative parenting, which is high demand and high loving, which means you have good affection, play with them, hang around with them. At the same time, there's clear rules in the home. What to do, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. That is what I would recommend. The third one, uninvolved parenting. Low demands, low response. Parents are not involved in the children's life. So this looks like a lodge. They will come and eat at different times. Fridge may be over, food may be on the table. They have no idea what time they go to bed. Not even involved in the hygiene, any of those matters. Parents have their friends, children have their friends. So look like not at home when I lodge. Children tend to be unmotivated, and when they grow up, they are socially incompetent. They have more troubles in the school. The last one is permissive parenting, which is they will be controlling the parents, right? Low demands and high response from these children. Children tend to be impulsive, dependent, and undisciplined in the public places because they have not learned to control their impulsive behavior. Thus, what I would recommend is this authoritative or democratic track. You are working with them. At the same time, you create an environment, there are clearly different rules in home. Right? But always forgiving, unconditional love. But they know that they cannot break the rules. There is consequence. For example, if they don't follow, okay, for 5 days you don't have cell phone. No, you spank them all of a sudden for little things. That is because they don't care about spanking these days. But if you, for example, get the cell phone for 1 day, they feel the pain. More painful when they don't have the cell phone, kind of religious. This is very interesting today. I posted this in the Facebook. Some mothers are kissing mothers. Some mothers are scolding mothers. But it is love that just the same, and most mothers kiss and scold together. That is a kind of a democratic way. I'm not encouraging you to scold your children, but once it is out of love, it depends upon each state. Our state has strict laws about spanking, and you don't know the laws of the land, and you need to be very careful, check with before you do anything with your children. Because a lot of parents go through challenging situations. Because in the school, they ask social workers, how do you treat you? How your dad treat you? Oh, no problem. Nothing will happen. Tell me the whole. Well, my dad spanked belt, wire, hanger, all kinds of things. You'll get a note from the Department of Social Service very soon. Because the children are small and they just speak out things. It happened to many parents. That's very dangerous. It will go to your record and have serious consequences. And sometimes they will, if things are verified and found it is correct. Now, again, more explanation of this. Do you have any question? I want to spend a few minutes on this slide. It is the same thing about parenting style. A better way of understanding graphically. This is where the authoritarian parenting, where high demand and low support, which means rules with no relationship. Got it? Authoritative means discipline, giving choice, unconditional love, high control and high support. When the child is weak, you are there to help. You are not going to criticize the child. I am with you. You are my child. I will help you. We will work it out. Even when they make the mistakes. Well, at one level you discipline them when they fail because they are your children. The unconditional support is available. Christ-like love. Then come the high support and low control, which is a permissive parents, which means you have no control, only support. $10, here go $20. There's no control. They ask me tomorrow $200, otherwise they threaten you. Uninvolved, neglected, giving up, low control, no support, no idea about children, about their dress, about their needs, and not at all involved with that. This is happening in our community also. But most of the time, when they are small, most of the parents are authoritarian, then become authoritative. Very soon, Indian parents become the permissive stuff because they are controlling. I think most Indian parents may not come into, they are over-involved, I would say, not uninvolved. Any questions on this? Yes. That is our culture. That is our upbringing, because we've been trained, taught that way. Thus, by unconsciously, we'll be acting the way we've been taught. Because you've been spanked by your dad, right? Yes. Mom, brothers, sisters, everybody. You know that. That is our system. I used to get spanking once every week. Till the age of 9. I never received one spanking after the age of 9. I'd like to share that, which may help you. Yes? Well, he's saying that most of the parents would love to be under the authoritative discipline, authoritative group, but it's hard. Nobody want to be intentionally in any of these groups, right? We all want to be good parents, but it's not happening.